Welcome back. As we promised, we are going to speak about Luxor. As we speak, now there are restoration works in different sites of Luxor, and by the end of the restoration works, Luxor is going to turn into the biggest open-air museum in the whole world. 33% of the old monuments are located in this wonderful place in Luxor in Upper Egypt. And there was an inspection tour by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Ahmed, accompanied by Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Dr. Khaled Al-Anani, to follow up with the implementation of those restoration works on the ground and in those different sites. To shed more light on the inspection tour, on the restoration works, on what's going on in the road of the ram-headed sphinxes there and in El Karnak. All this and more with our dear guest via phone, Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you and all the audience. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, sir. As I said, as we speak, there are works, construction and renovation works going on. Let's start with the Sphinx's Road in El Karnak. To whom it may concern, or to those people who do not know about this wonderful place, would you please, I'd like you to elaborate or to shed more light on this Sphinx's Road and its significance in El Karnak.
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate all people, all Egyptians, for the coming feast. Hoping the coronavirus pandemic will be over soon and life will be back to normal as soon as possible. Of course, I was following up with this visit, even before the visit of the Prime Minister. I was following up on this great project. I have to say this is one of the great cultural achievements for Egypt, really, and for the government. It's a great addition for the study of ancient Egyptian civilization. It's an excellent addition to the attractions of tourism to Egypt and to Luxor. So many people, they don't know many information about the Avenue of the Sphinxes between Karnak and Luxor temples in Luxor. Just a quick information about it. The Avenue of the Sphinxes is 2,700 meters long. That is connecting between Karnak temples and Luxor temple back in the city of Luxor. It's 7 meters wide. On both sides, there are hundreds and thousands of statues for sphinxes, with some of them are with ram heads, some of them are with human heads. Not all of them are with ram heads, so it's almost half and half.
Yeah.
The avenue was discovered back in the 1940s by Egyptian archaeologists, and until today, the excavation and the restoration of the avenue is 100% Egyptian work. No other nationalities were involved in it. The avenue, back in the ancient civilization of Egypt, it was an avenue of celebrations.
Yeah.
So each year, in the festival of the New Year, or even in the festival of God Amun-Ra, back in the ancient civilization, they were doing like a parade between the two temples with the golden boat of the god Amun-Ra. The golden boat is a symbolic of the journey that God is doing between the two temples. So they were doing it, all the the people that time they were involved in this celebration. So, and it was built and restored all over hundreds of years, starting from the time of Thutmose II until the late periods of the ancient Egyptian civilization.
Yeah.
So it took so many years to be completed, and then it was restored, and then it was redone. So it's just exactly like the Karnak temples. It took almost 1,000 years to be completed.
Yes.
So, and until today, even the Avenue of the Sphinx, when it was first discovered back in the 1940s, it took almost 60 years to be totally discovered. Especially a big part of it was buried under the city of Luxor, under the homes of the people of the city of Luxor. Part of it was discovered under old buildings, old mosques, old churches.
And there are a lot of other treasures which are going to be, inshallah, discovered. But sir,
exactly.
I'd like to elaborate, or to listen to your elaboration to be accurate on what I'm going to say regarding the state's keenness to continue with the restoration works of these areas in a very scientific way. Now the restoration work is that accurate, that scientific, based on our experience, of course, but also according to the latest international techniques in this field. How do you see this nowadays, and how do you see the keenness of Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli to go himself and to inspect the construction or renovation works on the ground, and to listen all the time to detailed briefings, whether from His Excellency Minister of Antiquities and Tourism, Dr. Khalid Al-Anani, or from Dr. Mustafa Waziri, the General Secretary of the Antiquities Council?
Well, this just means one thing. It means the interest of the current Egyptian government in showing the greatness of the ancient Egyptian civilization. Not just in this visit, not just in this project, but that shows also in the interest in the completing the Grand Egyptian Museum and the amazing golden mummy parade, and many other projects all around Egypt, just showing the greatness of Egypt, showing the culture of Egypt for many reasons. Of course, the main one is creating new attractions for tourism. That's one thing. Rediscovering the history of Egypt. As we know, that many people, like Dr. Zah Hawass, once he said, with all these discoveries, with all these temples, we haven't yet even discovered 30% of the ancient Egyptian civilization.
Yes.
So that gives you an idea about what's still under the sand, what's still under there that we haven't discovered yet. So in each and every new discovery we do, that shed more light about our civilization, about our history, and also it gives us more attractions for tourism. So in all sides, this is
yes,
a great
amen
thing
to that. And this is to change also the tourism map in Egypt, and this is very important. This is going to add to the value of our tourism programs, cultural tourism programs in general. And as you've kindly mentioned, the government or the state is really keen to do this all over Egypt, not only in a certain place. But let's focus a little bit, if you permit me, on Luxor once again. After the inauguration or after the ceremony, which we are going all, inshallah, to witness and to inaugurate Luxor as the biggest open-air museum ever, to what extent this is going to add to our tourism map or to be a free propaganda for Upper Egypt and particularly for this wonderful city, for Luxor?
Well, there will be a great parade and a great celebration, like what happened with the Golden Mummies celebration.
Inshallah.
So that will be another attraction. Many people, many of the Egyptian citizens, they don't know that the Golden Mummy parade was a great success outside in the outside world, and without this coronavirus, we would have witnessed a great tourism season. Anyway, for the Avenue of the Sphinxes, this will be another big event on the way to the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, which will be the greatest event. I heard that they are working hard to finish as soon as possible. I think it was planned to be opened by end of this year. But with the visit, during the visit of the Prime Minister, he said that we need to add more workers. If you need more funding, no problem. We need to finish it even sooner. So I hope it will be opened next September, October. I hope so.
And sir,
I think we need also to use that avenue like it was used to be back in the during the times of the ancient Egyptians, to have public celebrations. You know, why don't we use it each year in the new ancient Egyptian year, which is usually on the 11th of September of each year, to have a celebration for that. That something will attract more tourists to the city.
Sir.
And September is a very low month
tourism
in Luxor. Yes.
And I think the whole world is going all the time to be excited to know more about our discoveries and about our ancient civilization.
Yes,
Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. Under each stone, we do have a piece of our ancient Egyptian civilization, and we are going to amaze the whole world with our civilization forever. And I really hope that Luxor is going to be the largest open-air museum in Upper Egypt, and Sun al-Hagar in the Delta is going to be the second biggest open-air museum. Egypt is filled with treasures, and it's not only Upper Egypt, it's Upper Egypt, it's the Delta, it's the Suez Canal area, it's the North Coast. We do have treasures, and inshallah we are going to make the best and the maximum benefit and the maximum use of it. Well, proud to be Egyptian, of course. By this, we come to the end of our breakfast show today. You were in the company of my dear colleague Hala Al-Hamalawi and myself, Nermeen Abdurrahman. Tomorrow is another day with another episode and another crew. But till then, stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. And for more details, please log on to www.nilinternational.net. Many thanks for watching.